Big vagina?
Gigantic vagina.
Connery, come on, dude. You can't keep doing stuff like that. What, Scotty? I figured, what better way to set up the show and just tell people how it is? Does that get your panties in a bunch there, Scotty? No. Gosh. Anyway, maybe it does. Maybe it does. Anyway, Connery's going to be chiming in quite a bit today in the news section. I got to bring this up because you've probably dealt with it in some capacity. So we've been having issues with our T-Mobile coverage in our neighborhood. Not just like a block or two. It's like, I don't know. It's several. It's a lot, okay? And I posted it on the Nextdoor app, and other people are having the same issues, and they're running into the same brick wall of stupidity when they call customer service to complain, okay? They're like, oh, did you try restarting your phone? Oh, that's all I would have to do to fix this fucking problem that's affecting so many other people. Just restart your phone. Yes, we've done that. We've all done that. But I'll do it again just for shits and giggles. Okay? And then they're like, they literally, every time you call or every time they transfer you to somebody new, they try to go through the exact same steps. Put it on airplane mode for 15 seconds, then turn it back on. See what happens. Hey, is your Wi-Fi calling on? Yes, it is. It is. Try shutting it off. Okay, do it. Now what? Still don't fucking work. Still doesn't work. How many bars does it say it has? It says it has full fucking bars. But no. You can't make calls out. Can't get calls in. All of a sudden, I'll just get a thing that says, hey, you have a voicemail. Fucking so annoying. So annoying. Thankfully, my wife has a thing through her computer where she has like a work line and she can call out through that if needed, and she can continue to do her business that way. But I'm just dead in the water. I can use my phone for emails, texts, and stuff like that. It just can't make phone calls. Oh my God, I fucking can't stand it. And then they're like, this is what's annoying. We have nothing going on with our transmitters or our towers or whatever they call it. And they're like, nothing's going on. And we hear that from like, say, 3 people. And then finally somebody's like, well, we've been working on these towers. So it's like, did you just start or have you been doing it and nobody's on the same fucking page? Sorry. I don't know what I should do. It's just driving me batshit crazy.
Grab his dick and twist it!
I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, Scotty. I was just giving out some ideas. Jeez, talking about getting your panties in a bunch. I can't stand customer service reps like that. In their defense, they're just given a sheet of like, this is what if the people are having these type of problems, this is what you need to ask them and have them do. But then nobody's communicating that they've done this. The customer's done this like 20 fucking times. So annoying. Oh my God.
Grab his dick and twist it!
I'm not going to do that. Although I want to. Not going to do that. Jesus. Anyway, guys, we got a great show coming your way. We're broadcasting from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. Thanks to them. Check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com. And if you can interact with the show anyway, whether it's giving it a like, just a simple post like, or give it a comment, or give the show a rating, whatever you can do to interact with the show, it does help the show to grow. So do appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe while you're at it. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA, and of course, like I said, Storms Bros Junk Removal. Guys, I think we need to do this. We got so many stories to get into. Let's just go ahead and jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
Headlines is presented to you by Roof Goat USA. Go ahead, check them out at roofgoatusa.com. Well,
grab his dick and twist it!
I'm not gonna... God, Connery. Sorry, Scotty. I got a little trigger happy. Please continue. Jesus Christ. a camel pageant, which is kind of like a dog show just for pageants, but uh, it's for camels, excuse me. And this is over in the Middle East. Okay, it makes sense to us here in the United States. We're just like, that's just so weird. A camel pageant over there, it makes sense because there's a lot of camels. Okay, I don't want to judge them for that, but there's a camel pageant, and it went into chaos as 20 competitors had to be disqualified for using hump-plumping injectables. This is just my cup of tea there, Scotty. Please continue. The camels are judged on 4 key features: their coat, neck, head, and humps. Sorry. The winning animals usually have the shiniest hair, long muscular neck, long eyelashes, and plump lids, and plump and defined humps. That reminds me of a woman I met at university. You went to university? I thought you didn't go to university. Oh no, technically I did not, but I banged several on many a campuses. Okay, okay. Is nothing sacred anymore where a camel beauty pageant is being tainted by drugs? The stuff that they're using to inject is the same stuff we were talking about at the Olympics, where a lot of those long ski jumpers were allegedly injecting before they would get fitted for their tight suit. They would inject this type of acid in their junk, make their penis expand for a brief moment, and then it would shrink, and then that'd give them extra lift. It's the same stuff. Same stuff. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. People, that'd be just kind of, how embarrassing is that? How'd your camel do in the pageant? Well, we got kicked out for what? Cheating. We were trying to enhance her humps. So dumb. Let's go ahead and put this in the category of,
What the fuck?
right? Buffalo Wild Wings. They have great wings. They do. Unveiled their wing flavored protein espresso martini. Okay. This is absurd. I will wait, but I will give my response. Connery, if anybody's going to respond to a martini, it's you. They literally put, because they're trying to hop on the protein bandwagon. I didn't think that was that big of a bandwagon to hop onto. Why would you mix wing flavors with protein in a martini? That is just weird, because that's what they said they did. It's almost like they saw 3 random things in their pantry, and they're like, listen, I'm high as fuck. Let's go ahead and make these together and put it on the menu. Okay, you got some wing flavor, some protein, espresso. It's a martini. Come on. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Connery, this is blasphemy. Hear my words. Hear them strong, Scotty. They're overthinking it. It's a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. Then here comes Sir Bangs-a-Lot. Ha ha ha. Come here, ladies. Connery. It is. Come on, guys. Don't overthink a martini. I think I've only had like 2 martinis in my life. One of them was, I think it was a dirty martini. I kind of like that. There was another one, but it was like chocolate or something. I did not like that one. Did not like that one. Are you a martini person? I haven't been drinking that much lately. You'd think I'd be thinner, but I'm not. But I haven't really been digging it lately. I just, too much going on. And it's just, I don't know. It doesn't always make you feel great after you drink, but it's whatever. I guess if I was going to sit down and sip on something, it would be a martini or some good whiskey. That's where I'm at in my life. Anyway, guys, we got more coming your way, but real quick, when it comes to roof repairs, you're going to want to go with the best. You're going to want to go with the GOAT. you're going to want to go with Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com right now. And while you're there, sign up for a free evaluation. They'll come out to your home or your business, depending on what the building is, and they'll give you a free inspection. See what's going on, if there's anything. And then if there is something that whether it's a repair, replacement, insurance claims, either way, they know how to deal with it all. They do. They've been around for just Roof Goat USA has been around for 24 years. And they're out in Michigan. They're out here in Colorado. And Bill, the owner, has been doing it since he was like a teenager. Bill, a gentleman never tells his age, but he's been doing it for over 30 some odd years. He knows a thing or two about roofing. He does, and so does his crew. And what's even cooler about Roof Goat USA, not only do they do an amazing job and make sure that your experience is top notch, they give you a 30-year coverage, a 30-year guarantee. So coverage from install date that covers all materials and labor for 30 years. Again, from date of install. That's the Roof Goat USA. So for all your roofing needs, go ahead. Go ahead. Contact the goat. I'm joking. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm all alone. What happened to Scott? He died in the middle of doing a Roof Goat USA commercial. Anyway, contact the goat. Go to roofgoatusa.com right now. Sorry. Go to, again, roofgoatusa.com. Sign up for that free evaluation. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. Nobody's here to help me. Oh, my God. Guys, let's do this. We had some fun the other day, and I think we're going to do it again. Let's jump into it. All right, it's time for Meth Head, Idiot, or Floridian. Yeah! This comes in from Tim. Tim is sending in the headline. It says a teacher who urinated into a canister and dumped it out moments before students entered his classroom. Said apparently the incident's caught on camera, by the way. This teacher has been placed on leave. Is this person an idiot, meth head, or Floridian? Let's go ahead, check in with Don Pardo DeHuff. All right, this is a good one. Ooh, a teacher urinating in class. Ooh, I've been there, done that. Is this person an idiot, meth head, or a Floridian? Tick tock, tick tock. Ready? Here's the answer. He's an idiot. From California. All right. Thank you, Don Pardo Duff. Thank you. I don't know what I would do if I saw a teacher doing that. Like, is he taking a piss in the corner? Oh, it's fine. It's in a canister. Scotty, he may have been hammered during this situation. You know what? Maybe so, Connery. That's a good guess. He could be a meth head. I wouldn't have been surprised if this was in Florida. But, hey, we need to get some that are like it's a meth head or somebody from Florida. So keep sending those in. Thank you so much, Tim, for having some fun with the show. We're going to do a meh or yeah, and I don't have an open for that one. A Reddit user, you lazy son of a bitch, why haven't you made an open? I don't know. I didn't think anybody'd notice. Well, Scotty, they have, and we're quite disappointed in you. You should feel much shame. Okay, anyway. A Reddit user posted a photo of a parasite found in their Filet-O-Fish sandwich at McDonald's. And apparently she's not the only one that's made this discovery. Here's what's crazy. Experts have chimed in. They said it may seem alarming to see one of these in your food that you're biting down on, but they're actually just natural parasites that live in wild-caught fish, and they're both unavoidable and nothing to worry about. I'm sorry if we're going meh or yeah. This is a big ol' meh. That's more of a ew. Gross. No. Scotty, I can't eat fish now. This is bullshit. The Godman's fisherman never warned me about this nonsense. Hogwash. I don't like that at all. My God. Did you just say hogwash? What the fuck? Who says hogwash anymore? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I have hogwash. I should have. I jumped the gut. I jumped the gut.
Bunch of hogwash. Bunch of hogwash.
Thanks, Tad Boyle.
Bunch of hogwash.
It is a bunch of hogwash. That's gross. I'm sorry. That makes me never want to eat fish. I love fish. I've ate salmon. I've ate, cod. I've ate, so many things. I've never seen a fucking parasite. Now, they said that some of them are so small you don't notice it. But if it's big, I don't know. Oh, God. Reminder, cook your fish. That's fucking nasty. Godman's fisherman. You're on my shit list, Godman's fisherman. Parasites in the Filet-O-Fish. God knows where else it's going to be. Gross. Ugh. Have you guys ever seen that? I guess, like they said, that's a good thing because it just means it's a wild caught fish. But no. Now I'm not gonna eat fish. You're gonna be at a wedding. Do you want the chicken or fish? Not the fish. Give me the goddamn chicken. They accidentally bring you the fish. You just throw it. Gah! No. You tried to kill me? Sir, it's okay. Things are fine. We'll get you the chicken. Goddamn right you'll give me the chicken. So gross. Ugh. Man. But it probably tells you how many things have you ate that you unexpectedly ate. How many times have you maybe ate a salad and maybe there was a snail in there or something? I don't know. If you ever get like fresh kale, sometimes there's those little itty bitty snails on there or slugs. It'd probably be a slug, and you could probably, especially if you cook up that kale, you might not even notice it. So, especially if you chop up like garlic or something in there, you it might just be like, is that garlic or is that a slug? Oh wow, it's not gonna hurt you, but it's not on my to-do list. But then it makes you think, like, especially if you have like a pasta or something where there's a bunch of ingredients, something could be in there, like pubic hair, Scotty. Yeah, I guess. Could you imagine how much pubic hair you've ate in your life? We actually did a story on that once, I believe. There's a good amount, which is gross, because there's some sick bastard working at a restaurant, which is funny because I've told you guys this a billion times. I worked in restaurants before I got into media, and not once did I, even with all the terrible customers I ever interacted with, not once did I ever think, you know what I need to do? I need to pull out some of my pubes and put it in their burrito or in their sandwich. Never, never would I think that. But there's people that do it. What is wrong with people? This is why you should just cook at home, okay? Cook at home and less likely to get, according to Connery, no pubes in your sandwich or your spaghetti and meatballs. Okay. Anyway, good stuff. Thank you, Connery, for derailing again. I know. Real quick, put your sorry. Now let's try to be serious. Put your junk in our trunk. Storms Bros junk removal. You know what? If you're home, Scotty, you can't do this without laughing because you're thinking about the last conversation. Shut up, Connery. I'm trying to be professional. If your home, garage, office, or yard is looking like a disaster zone, you're not alone. But here's the thing. If you need help cleaning it up, which we all have those moments where we need somebody to take this big pile of junk from our yard or wherever. Contact Storms Bros Junk Removal right now. They can help clear the mess. Go to stormsbrothersjunk.com right now. And listen, things pile up over time. It's spring cleaning season right now, and especially here in Colorado. They cover all of the Denver Front Range, and things just the weather here is really nice, and things just pile up, especially as you're cleaning out the house. Storms Bros Junk Removal can help get rid of all kinds of things, whether it's coaches. Well, if you're a bad coach, maybe they'll put you in the junk. Probably not. Couches. It helps if I learn to read. Hey, hey. Sofas, futons, mattresses, box springs, appliances, and electronics. I told you, Scotty. It's all that junk in the trunk. You're still messed up over that, too. I know. Anyway, wood, drywall, construction materials, yard waste, or warehouse clearance. They can do it all. There's so much more. So just go to stormsbrothersjunk.com right now and get a free quote. That's stormsbrothersjunk.com. Or you can just give them a call, 303-736-9404. Again, 303-736-9404. That's Storms Bros Junk Removal. Put your junk in our trunk. Nailed it, Scotty. Nailed it. Smooth as butter, as always. Thanks, Connery. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
This comes in from Ken, not that Ken.
Right, as always.
He actually put that on there. Play the Ken soundbite. Okay, thanks, Ken, not that Ken. He says, convince Mrs. DeHuff to do this next year. And then he attached an article. It's the UK wife carrying race. You basically sling your wife, or it's actually your significant other. It doesn't have to be a man and a woman. You could. It says the rules do not require participants to be married or even opposite genders, as long as the wife, quote unquote, being carried weighs at least 110 pounds. Those weighing in at less than the minimum are required to wear weighted backpacks. I don't think my wife would allow me to do that. I don't know if I'd want to. I don't think it would be fun. I'll go ask her, hey, can I carry you up the street? And it would be funny because everybody, I think that would make her sick, right? She's like, blah, blah, blah. So you got to get creative on how you hold them. Maybe I'll just cradle her, like you're walking through the threshold after getting married, right? I don't know if we did that. I know our honeymoon was in Puerto Vallarta. I don't know if I carried her across the threshold. I probably asked, and she's like, no, just grab the bags. Grab the bags. No. I think that would be fun to watch. It would be fun to see how far I could go until my legs just gave out. My legs aren't that strong right now, but it would be a fun thing to train for. That would kill your legs, but it would be so much fun. So it would be funny if, like, you're carrying your buddy, and as a joke, the person being carried ate like a bunch of Taco Bell prior, but didn't tell the person carrying them. So like every time they, take a step, it's like. I'm sorry, that's the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, if I did that, like if you're like, hey, DeHuff, I'm gonna carry you 415 yards. I'll be like, sweet, I'll be ready to go, and I'm gonna eat a bunch of like gassy foods. Eat a bunch of, what is it, cabbage? Does cabbage make you farty, or is it like broccoli, or maybe it's both? I don't know. That's what I would do. Oh, hey, let me know if you guys want to sign up. We don't have anything fun like that for races here in Colorado, or I know they do like the Spartans race, and they're like, hey, let's electrocute your nuts while you're running through. whatever. I know a guy that I used to work with, Richie, that did, I think he did that. I think it was the Spartan one or something similar to that. I'm like, that's cool, but it's not fun. I would like carry, you know, carry somebody 415 yards. That's a lot. That's a lot. If there's something fun like that in Colorado, let me know. I would love to get behind that and help support it and actually participate. Maybe. Unless it's electrocuting my nutsack while I'm running. Well, maybe. Maybe. Uh, I'll go into it with an open mind. All right, so we get a car battery, and the person behind you has a wheelbarrow with the battery in it, and then we just basically take these wires, clip them on your junk, on your man bits, and then boom, start running, boy. No. Uh-uh. This comes in from David. He said, DeHuff, do you care if businesses have an A+ with a BBB? I do if it has to do with construction or tax services, not with food. People complain too easily in that industry. Thanks, David. Yeah, and then he's referencing Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is all over the news right now because it received a F rating from the Better Business Bureau, BBB, for failing to respond to nearly 90 customer complaints. And here's what's interesting. Customer reviews do not impact the final grade. The company's interaction and responsiveness to the complaints are considered. According to the BBB's website, many recent complaints cite overpriced items, various product issues, poor and rude customer service, and the inability to return certain items. Listen, I've had good experiences with the 2 or 3 times I went to Buc-ee's here in Colorado, and I have nothing to complain about with them. But kind of to David's point, food is such an easy thing for people to complain about and get away with. Um, and like he said, like the recap of the Better Business Bureau on how it doesn't go into the grading, but it does influence the grading. So I'm guessing there was other issues with Buc-ee's that led to this this bad rating. And kind of going back to David's point, like for construction, concrete, anything like that, I want somebody with a good rating. I do. If they don't promote it, uh, then they either haven't really thought about it or maybe they have bad grades. It's always something you should look into, like when you're talking about contractors and stuff like that. So, but food, yeah, man, people complain so easily. But it is fucked up if they have like nearly 90 customer complaints and they haven't even bothered to respond to them. So, uh, I mean, that's what you get. There's a company as big as that. They have people that deal with, customer interaction, which would be a kind of an interesting job. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Uh, where you're constantly interacting with customers, answering their complaints, and helping forward them into the right direction of, okay, what was going on? Let's see if we can resolve this. If I can't resolve it, send them to the right people. But you have to be somebody that's nice. You can't be a dick about it. I've seen people that are just like dicks, like on Google. If they disagree with a complaint by a customer, they're just assholes on it. So you don't want to do that either. So it's a very interesting job, but I don't know why Buc-ee's doesn't have somebody in place, or at least several people in place. They're a huge fucking company. That's on them. That's on them. That shouldn't be a thing this day and age for a company that large. They should not be having 90 unresponded customer complaints. And some of these complaints have been like for like 10 years ago or something like that. I saw. It's like, come on, get your shit straight, dude. So yeah, David, I agree with that. That's absurd. That's all on Buc-ee's. I do like Buc-ee's. Like I did a 10-second review, which I haven't done those in a while. I did a few of them where I do a 10-second review of a product. And Buc-ee's had this peach habanero sauce. I won't even call it a hot sauce because it wasn't spicy, but it was really freaking delicious. And I did a 10-second review. And I want to do that again. If you guys have a product that you want me to review, let me know. DeHuffpodcast@gmail.com. I think that's a fun thing that we could just keep going. You just give me the product. Like if it's your product, I'll review it for 10 seconds. It could be a burger. It could be fries. It could be tacos. Listen, I'm just trying to get a free meal. But what I'm saying is I think that's fun. And then it just doesn't waste everybody's time. I'm like, delicious. Sweet, savory, and well cooked. Then I get a 9 out of 10 or whatever. Then that's it, right? I like that stuff. But they have really good beef jerky up there. I don't go there enough to really break down what's going on in their kitchen area. But I think the most part, at least the one here in Colorado, the one in northern Colorado, they do a really good job. I don't think I've seen anybody complain about it. And everybody's efficient. It's very clean. They're not friendly to the truckers because you can't fit, if you're a trucker, you can't go in there because there's nowhere to park and fill up. It's designed for people with regular cars. You got a sedan, sure, go in there. If you have just a pickup truck, sure, go in there. But if you have a semi, I have a semi, Scotty. Connery, I'm talking about a vehicle. Oh, then never mind. Anyway, yeah. Guys, you know what I realized too? We're going into, we're talking about Buc-ee's, and, they're a great pit stop area. And sure, they got a whatever. I don't read too much into it. I know some people will freak out about it. It's road trip season. I have some family coming out this weekend, driving out from Iowa, coming down here on a cool road trip. I want to do a road trip this summer with my kids, get them out of the house. I don't know where I'll end up going. So somewhere somewhat close in Colorado. But I like going on road trips. As long as I was going to send my brother-in-law, I'd be like, hey, if you stop at any gas stations, don't peek through any holes in the bathroom stalls. You may get a black eye. Are you talking about a glory hole, Scotty? Yes. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining the show. Really do appreciate it. It got weird. It did. But that's okay. I'm all for it.
I want me some glory hole.
Okay, Jerry, you're a little late. You're a little late, my friend. Gosh.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes.
Yeah, amen, brother. Anyway, whoo, guys, have a great day. Thank you so much. That's it from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studio. Check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com. Get that free evaluation on all that junk that you need to get rid of. Maybe it's not too much, but just enough where you're like, I can't put this in the trash. That's okay. They can help you with that stuff as well. Thanks for listening and watching, supporting the show. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. It's DeHuff Uncensored. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.